information has just come in. We're breaking the news for you here. Aryan Khan has been denied bail. If that is the information that has come in just now. The bail plea has been dismissed, which means Aryan continues to stay in judicial custody. Major setback for Aryan Khan. Bail plea has been dismissed by the NDPS court in Mumbai. So Aryan Khan would then have to continue to stay in jail. The next option, like Mayuresh was mentioning, is to approach the Mumbai High Court. The Sessions Court has dismissed the bail plea. Disha Shah is outside the Sessions Court for us. Yes, Disha, over to you for the latest updates, please.
Well, that is right. The special NDPS court has rejected the bail plea of Aryan Khan and two others involved in the Mumbai drugs, the ship case for that matter. We all know that Aryan Khan was detained on October 2nd and he was arrested a day later on October 3rd. And ever since then, he was inside the jail, and today, of course, the court was supposed to pronounce the verdict of Aryan Khan as well as the two others who are his friends and who were arrested by the NCB. So today the court has clearly rejected the bail plea of Aryan Khan and two others. Now the next step, of course, like Mayuresh mentioned, will be to possibly go to the Mumbai High Court for that matter. But as on now, the court has pronounced its verdict on Aryan Khan and two others today, and very clearly the order says that the bail plea has been rejected by the NDPS court here. So now, of course, we will be waiting for the final order copy as to on what grounds the court has denied bail to Aryan Khan and the two others in this case. But nonetheless, of course, last week only, and all the arguments were over by the NCB and also by the defense lawyer for that matter. And last week only, NDPS court had reserved the bail plea orders for today, which is October 20th. It's been 17 days since Aryan Khan is inside the jail for that matter. We'll try and, of course, see what's happening here outside the court. But for now, for our viewers, this is the breaking news here that Aryan Khan will have to be inside the jail.
In Atharo jail. I have Sandhya Gora also with us with the information on the verdict on the bail plea. Sandhya.
So as our colleague Disha was telling us, whether it was Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant or Munmun, all three accused, their bail is rejected by Special NDPS Court, Mumbai Sessions Court. It was before that all these accused approached, before coming to Special NDPS Court, they approached Magistrate Court. There also their bail was rejected, but there the grounds were maintainability, which means that the court said the Magistrate Court did not have the jurisdiction to hear this bail plea. Following that, the accused approached Sessions Court, Special NDPS Act Court, and from here also all these three bail pleas are rejected by the court. And next, of course, the next legal course of action for the accused is going to be to approach higher court, which is, in this case, it's going to be Bombay High Court. Now, when exactly they are going to approach the higher court, that statement is yet to come from the lawyers of the accused or their side. But as of now, Mumbai Special NDPS Court a couple of minutes ago gave an order that all the three bail pleas are rejected. In this particular case, Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant, Munmun, all these three who were arrested. First, they were detained on 2nd of October and they were shown arrested on the 3rd of October. All these three people there's no relief for them. They are still going to be in judicial custody. Now, talking about all these three accused, they were detained from a cruise ship, Cordelia. From there, according to NCB and NCB Panchnama, if we talk about Arbaz Merchant here, 6 gram charas was actually recovered from him. And since the very beginning, the argument of defense when it came to Aryan Khan was there that no drugs were recovered from him, from his person, as in individually, no drugs were recovered from Aryan Khan. But in the morning itself, we were talking about this part of NDPS Act, that the NDPS Act nowhere says that recovery is mandatory in order to make an arrest. So that is why if we talk about this particular aspect also, that was used by NCB lawyer, in this case ASG Anil Singh. Now, what exactly is the reason cited by Mumbai Sessions Court? What exactly, according to court, led to rejecting these three bail applications? That we'll get to know once the order will be uploaded, once the detailed order will come. As of now, Mumbai Special NDPS Court grants no relief to all these three accused.
Yes, Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha. These three individuals have been denied bail. Their arguments were completed earlier. Today was the day for the verdict on the bail plea. For the others, the arguments have not been completed. So a total of 8 people were detained first. On the 2nd of October, on the 3rd of October, they were sent to judicial custody. At the moment, information coming in that bail has been denied to them. The exact reasons and the fine print of that order is yet to come out. Santya will update us with all the details. We have Santya, Disha and Mayuresh tracking this story. So Disha, coming to you for a little bit of the backstory on this. The fact of the matter is now going forward after this rejection of bail plea, it seems that the next legal recourse will have to be the Mumbai High Court.
Because
we were trying to listen into one of the defense counsels, but it seems the audio link is not clear. Disha, over to you to tell us more about the legal process that will ensue from here on, now that the bail has been rejected by the Special NDPS Court in Mumbai. Okay, Disha is not able to hear me, but let's just update our viewers with the information that has just come in. Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan has been denied bail. A special court today rejected the bail application of Aryan Khan and 2 others, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha. 7 others, including Aryan's friend Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha, were arrested by NCB on the 3rd of October. Let me go across to Santya to explain to us the process and procedure that will follow from here on, Santya, that this is really turning out to be a long legal battle for Aryan Khan and those others who were arrested in this case. Like you said, first the Magistrates Court and now the Sessions Court has rejected the bail plea. What happens next?
See, Afrida, this particular case is going to give deja vu to all of us, because it was last year that we were covering Rhea Chakravarti's case also. Now, there are certain similarities and certain differences also when it comes to both of these cases. Bollywood connection, of course, is one similarity. If we talk about one difference, that is Rhea Chakravarti was an accused under 27A, that is illicit harboring and financing of drug-related activities, and Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun, all these 3 are as of now booked under only consumption sections. Now, if we talk about another similarity is the path here. Sessions Court at that time rejected Rhea Chakravarti's bail plea as well. Similarly, today, Special NDPS Court, Sessions Court, Mumbai has rejected Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha's bail pleas. So, as we were talking about this earlier, Afrida, now the next legal course for the defense team is to approach the higher court here, that is Bombay High Court. Now, when exactly are they going to do that? That clarity is yet to come from them, whether they are going to wait for a day, whether they are going to approach the court as soon as possible. That part is yet to be explored. That part is yet to be explained by the defense team. Now, one thing, of course, as of now, only the all we know about is that court has clearly said that all these 3 bail pleas are rejected. But what exactly are the reasons? On what grounds the bail plea was rejected? That is something we are going to get to know once the order will be uploaded. And similarly, defense team is also going to wait for that to prepare an application, because they would want to include those points to make their application stronger while approaching higher court.
Yes, we don't know the details of the grounds on which bail is rejected, but what we do know is that the Additional Solicitor General Anil Singh, appearing for the NCB, had argued that we need to take a serious view of the drug abuse cases among youngsters, and also saying that in the case of NDPS Act, the point about innocent until proven guilty does not apply. He had also argued that the applicant is not a consumer for the first time. Evidence placed before the court shows that he is a regular consumer of contraband for the last few years. However, the defense, of course, also argued that bail can be granted and investigation can continue. Granting bail does not mean the investigation has to stop. But despite those arguments, we know the verdict as of now from the NDPS Special Court. Bail has been denied, bail plea rejected of Aryan Khan and two others, Arbaz Merchant and Munmun Dhamecha. Their bail pleas as well have been rejected. Let me go across quickly again to Mayuresh first. Mayuresh, you have been tracking this story from day one. If you can quickly give us a timeline so that our viewers can refresh their memory on how we have reached this stage where not just this time, I mean, this is twice over that Aryan Khan's bail plea was heard and twice over rejected. Quickly, if you can take us through the timeline from the 2nd of October since we reported this story, Mayuresh.
Absolutely. On 2nd of October, Aryan Khan was shown arrested, and later next day he was produced in the lower court. The lower court had given the custody to NCB along with other three. So what after that? So once the custody of NCB got over, again they were produced in the lower court where basically Aryan Khan, that is defense, Aryan Khan's lawyer, that is defense lawyer, and other accused lawyers argued for the bail. But that time, the court said that this is a question of a mental ability, because NCB also had raised this issue that lower court doesn't have power to grant the bail, and that's why lower court had said that you have to approach to the upper court, that is the sessions court. So we saw that they approached the sessions court. The argument happened over last week, and today the bail order was reserved for all three, which includes Aryan Khan, Munmun Dhamecha, and Arbaz Merchant. But today, while pronouncing the order, they have rejected the order. They have rejected the bail application of all three accused. The reason, as Santhia was saying continuously, that we are yet to know because we don't have the order copy. Once we get the order copy, we'll come to know on what grounds the bail plea was rejected. But now the option in front of them is to approach the Bombay High Court and with a fresh, we can say, a fresh plea for the bail, and then Bombay High Court will give them time to hear the matter.
All right. Stay with us, Mayuresh, Disha and Santhia. Let me hand over to my colleague Seher, who's going to take over the broadcast from here. Seher.
Yes, Afrida, good afternoon and many thanks here. Good afternoon to all our viewers as well. Big breaking updates here that are coming in where the local court here has denied bail to Aryan Khan along with other accused in the NCB case here. Let's get in some expert views here on this as well. Advocate Abha Singh connected with us. Thank you, Abha, for being with us here this afternoon. Your understanding of why the court has decided upon this, because there were very intense arguments that we'd seen on the 14th of October from both sides that had taken place in court, where specifically Aryan Khan's counsel had also argued that the quantity of drugs recovered or zero recovery from as far as his client is concerned was not there. So in your understanding, what is the basis of a rejection of this bail that we are seeing today?
Of any drug on Aryan Khan, and even the medical reports where there was no medical test on which said that he had taken drugs. So when no recovery and no drugs in the medical report, it is absolutely appalling. It's bizarre that he still continues to be behind bars. And today when the court is rejecting, it clearly makes me worry that where is the criminal justice system heading to? The NDPS Act, it was made on the premise that it will be reformatory.
Yes, Abha, apologize for that interruption. Please stay on with us here. Lawyer speaking from outside court. Let's take a listen in, please.
Unfortunately, it's an operative part which is passed just now. So we are waiting for the complete order to come in hand.
So will you move to the High Court? And
definitely, we all will be moving to the High Court because that is a remedy available to us right now. But fortunately, if as early as possible, once we get the order in hand, then only we will be able to move to the High Court.
it's a big disappointment.
It's definitely a big disappointed appointment because we were expecting a positive thing today. Because there were several precedents which we were relying upon. But unfortunately, what the order has come, we were not expecting this.
Though the whole order is not yet come, but do you think what went wrong here and what?
See, I cannot speak anything on that because the order is yet to come in hand. Because we will first have to peruse the grounds.
All right, let's go across to Mayuresh Ganpati getting us further details. He was asking some questions there to the concerned counsel as well. Mayuresh, of course, to exercise the right to move higher court as far as your bail plea is concerned there. But we've been getting in several legal voices here as well. Is there a certain sense of bewilderment concerning why this bail plea was rejected by the court today?
So right now, we won't be able to get why exactly bail plea was rejected, because everybody is saying that unless they get an order copy, even we will have to read the order copy on what grounds it was rejected. But the main point which basically NCB raised during their
जानकारी अगर आपको मिली है, मुझे तो मिली नहीं है, मुझे मिली नहीं है, मुझे इसकी जानकारी नहीं है. Thank you very much.
अरबाज की बेल रिजेक्ट हो गई है सर.
मुझे पता नहीं है. I'm just going on top. Thank you.
All right, Arbaz Merchants Council there was also speaking. Mayuresh, as you were saying, as far as those who had applied for the bail plea, they're still waiting for the complete order to come. Jankari ke bare mein pucha ja raha tha at that point here. But what is the larger sense here? Till the court order is received in text, on what basis was the bail plea rejected? Was it because of the NCB putting across a very strong case here that irrespective of zero recovery or less recovery or blood samples not showing presence of drug consumption here, it is the argument of allegedly being part of a larger conspiracy, and that conspiracy still being deciphered just through WhatsApp chats?
Exactly, because that was the debatable part, and as I was saying earlier also, that 27A was debated heavily from both the sides, where NCB was continuously saying though nothing was recovered from Aryan and very small quantity has been recovered from other arrested accused, but they are part of a bigger conspiracy because their WhatsApp chat shows that they were in touch with some foreign nationals and they were having chats. Whereas the Defense Council was continuously saying that they are not part of any kind of conspiracy because Aryan and Arbaz are known to each other from since childhood, because they both have grown up together. The second part is that the chats which NCB is talking about are 4-year-old, and that time Aryan was not in India and he was staying abroad. So there are few things, or there are few rules which doesn't get applicable in foreign countries, because in their country you can do certain things. So we have to see those chats from that particular perspective. But as NCB was continuously saying that it's a larger conspiracy which includes some foreign cartel also, and that's why their bail should not be granted the bail. They should not get bail. And so we are, sir, we are.
So if we talk about the seizure, I had one query. The NDPS Act also clearly says that it is not mandatory that seizure has to be made during the arrest. So do you think that one thing actually didn't really play a role in your favor?
See, first of all, as far as we talk about Munmun's case is completely unjustified, bogus. Because of the simple reason being that the alleged allegation and prosecution story itself states in the Panchnama that the certain kind of drugs and certain amount of drugs was found from the floor and not from the personal possession of Munmun. And there were two other people present in the room. So where are those two people? In the Panchnama itself, it is specifically mentioned that one girl named Soumya, when her bag was searched, certain illicit rolling papers and everything was found. So where is she? Why is she not arrested in this case? And unfortunately, unnecessarily, unwarrantedly, my client is arrested and being behind bars for no reasons, nothing. In fact, she is not even friends or connected with the accused number 1 and 2, that is Aryan and Arbaz. So this is an unfortunate situation. However, if you talk about Aryan and Arbaz case, that case is also not justified by the NCB, because in the Aryan's case also there is no possession, no recovery, nothing from Aryan. But however, they have just held up Aryan for no reasons specified.
So one thing, another important point which was time and again discussed and argued that there was, all these three are only accused of consumption, 27, not 27A, that is illicit harboring and financing of drug-related activities. So you think that despite that, because that was one of the strongest argument which was made by all the three lawyers, in your case, in Munmun's case. Talking about that, do you think that that was also not clearly enough because court has, and of course I know that the reasons are yet to be, the grounds are yet to come out, but your understanding based on your experience, do you think that that also didn't really play in your favor?
See, there are multiple citations and precedents of Honorable Apex Court as well as High Courts which clearly states that the small quantity, intermediate quantity and this commercial quantity should be considered differently and not jointly. Secondly, what this the respondent is trying to prove in the present case is that Section 29 is being invoked in this present case. Section 29 is for conspiracy under NDPS Act. They have till date failed to prove any kind of conspiracy in the case of Munmun. So I would say that Munmun is the only person in the whole case who is struggling a lot because she is behind bars and she was in the custody of NCB since 2nd October along with Aryan and Arbaz. But however, Aryan and Arbaz are admittedly friends. But in the case of Munmun, she is not friend with anybody else. So I would say she is the only person as compared to other accused who's suffering a lot the most.
So as you said that it was decided in a very unjust manner, I have another question as coming back to the consumption point, specifically Munmun, only accused of consumption. And if I compare the act, the condition from now as compared to what it was in 2001, at that time the punishment was 5 years, which is now reduced to only 1 year. But despite such a huge change, do you think that this order can actually be a very demotivating factor and a wrong precedent for that matter?
See, as far as this order is concerned, we are yet to get the order in hand completely. But however, if we talk about the operative part, we were not expecting that this kind of order will be passed. But however, if we talk about any kind of precedent to be laid down, the precedents are laid down by High Court's order as well as Supreme Court's order. So I understand the Sessions Court might have considered some basic grounds for rejection. But for that reason, first we need to peruse the same, and we are completely hoping on the Bombay High Court to pass a justifiable order because on several occasions and several in the past as well, the Bombay High Court has granted bail to many people in the same cases, in such cases, similar cases, in which a small quantity was found. In fact, in the recent case passed by Justice Dangre, she had specifically mentioned and specified that youngsters should be given a chance for improvement. So all these things needs to be considered.
Before I wind up, just last question. You are, of course, going to approach Bombay High Court, as you said. So when is that going to happen? Are you going to wait for the, obviously you are going to wait for the copy to be uploaded. So is it going to happen today, by tomorrow, when?
See, fortunately, if we get the complete order in hand today itself, then we will approach today itself because the whole application is ready. We have a backup of the complete application in the hand. We just need to put certain more grounds in the application. But moreover, if not, then we will move in the morning tomorrow itself.
Thanks a lot for talking to us, Mr. Kashif. So this was Advocate Ali Kashif Seher. He was talking to us about various things and the factors which are extremely important in this case. One is about the consumption part. So if I talk about NDPS Act, before 2001, if found guilty, the punishment for consumption was 5 years. But to liberalize that bit, because when it comes to consumers, those who are accused and guilty of consumption, those people are actually considered victims, not accused per se. So in order to improve that situation, that punishment was reduced to only 1 year. Apart from that, no recovery from, if I specifically talk about Aryan and Munmun. So when it comes to these two, no recovery was made from them individually. That's what NCB told in the court as well. That's what the Panchnama says. Now, if we talk about that bit, there is a reason that it couldn't have played in favor of the defense side because NDPS Act nowhere says that it is mandatory that recovery has to be there in order to make an arrest, and also it can be a very strong ground for granting of the bail. So that thing could also have, as I said, not really helped out the defense side. But we heard Munmun's lawyer, and he said that because that's the next course of action, of course. Once the detailed order copy will be available and the grounds on which the bail application is rejected, he is going to approach Bombay High Court. And that was Advocate Ali Kashif, who represented Munmun Dhamecha in Sessions.
All right.
Seher.
Absolutely. Sandhya, very valid point in some of those questions that have been raised by Munmun Dhamecha's lawyer there as well. We've tried to get in a word from Aryan Khan and Arbaz Merchant's lawyer as well. There's a sense of bewilderness because it seems that The argument of zero consumption or very less possession here has not worked. What it seems that the court has taken paramount is to the argument of what the Narcotics Bureau has said of a larger conspiracy. It is still an alleged conspiracy here because the NCB itself says that they're still scrutinizing certain WhatsApp chats to crack any code language that was used there. So is that what has weighed heavier in this decision that has been taken by the court today in rejecting those bails?
See, Seher, exact grounds of the rejection of the bail we'll get to know only once the order is uploaded. Only once we get to read the order, we'll get to know that how, on what grounds special NDPS court, Mumbai Sessions Court rejected all these 3 bail applications. But clearly, whatever arguments were made by NCB, some of course were strong enough for the court to reject the bail applications. Now, what exactly were those arguments? Whether court gave heavy weight to the evidences which were cited by NCB. According to NCB, they had WhatsApp chats, incriminating WhatsApp chats showing the connection and conversation of these 3 accused, specifically Aryan Khan, with international drug peddlers. That is what the claim of NCB was. In fact, that was an argument made by NCB lawyer, in this case ASG Anil Singh himself. He said that there are WhatsApp chats which shows that these, the accused, especially Aryan Khan here in this case, was in touch with international drug peddlers, which actually intensifies, amplifies this case. So that one ground is something, whether that was taken into account by the court or not, as I said, that it's going to be clear in the order itself, it's going to be clarified in the order itself, but that was one thing on which NCB depended a lot. Now, apart from that, if we talk about NCB, whether the arguments were made by NCB lawyers at the magistrate court level or the sessions court level, they did compare this case continuously with Riya Chakravarti case. Both the parties did, of course, they picked up their precedents according to their case. But here also, another thing which was mentioned by NCB was that because of the statements of these accused, they could nab more drug peddlers. So that kind of helped them to go deeper in the whole syndicate of drug mafia in the city, and this time it has crossed the limit of the city as well and going up to international drug market. So whether or not those arguments made by NCB lawyer played a huge role or not, that we'll get to know once the order is uploaded. Sarah.
That's right. And as a syndicate, an international drug syndicate is how the NCB has argued this here. Going across to our colleague Mayuresh with us here as well. Mayuresh, there was an interesting aspect to what Sandhya just mentioned as far as continuous reference to the a recent past case of Riya Chakrabarti is concerned, on how there were charges that were largely seen as a week, but there was still a process of jailing a person and then eventually higher courts deciding upon the person's freedom here. That is being brought up time and again vis-a-vis the reputation of the Narcotics Bureau in dealing with this current case.
Absolutely, because what Sandhya was telling, I will add to that, because during the argument also, both the side use this particular case, Riya Chakravarti and Shouvik Chakravarti's case while arguing. They use the references, they use the order from from these 2 cases, where continuously NCB was saying that even Riya Chakravarti was not given a bail since she was also basically charged with the same sections. Also, the prosecution said that Shouvik was arrested, he was in a jail, he was sent to the judicial custody, but he was granted bail because he was not part of it. He had not consumed it. His role in this entire case was just to facilitate the drugs. But here Aryan Khan has not found anything on him. He has not consumed it, so he should get a bail. So both the defense as well as prosecution both use the Riya Chakravarti and Shouvik Chakravarti case because it's a recent one, and that's why they use it. But as from day one, they were continuously saying, NCB was continuously maintaining that they have found a lot of chats. The chats are all in the code languages. They are with the foreign nationals. There is a, we can say, international drug cartel. And these people, there is a chance that these people are associated with them since they know each other. and they know those people
Yes.
also, and that's why their bail should
Senior
not be granted.
prosecutor and lawyer Aniket Nikam connected with us here on this. Many thanks, Advocate Aniket Nikam, for being with us this afternoon. Mayuresh, apologize for that interruption there. But Mr. Nikam, in your understanding of what has played out in court today, of course, we still need to get in details of the order copy. But from what you've understood in court arguments in this bail plea hearing, what could have been the reasons here for the rejection of the bail being so strong that for the accused who were caught in less possession of drugs or caught with zero possession and zero traces of drugs and their blood tests there, still having rejected that bail in this manner?
Seems, of course, I do not have the order with me, so I would not be able to elaborate much upon it. But it seems the court prima facie seems to have upheld the submissions of the NCB, which is that in this case, though there is no consumption, there is no possession qua Mr. Khan. However, there are certain WhatsApp chats and there is a particular link that they are able to show, which shows that there was a conspiracy between all those who were present on the cruise and who were arrested subsequently to consume drugs, and probably they want to investigate this angle further. And at this stage, it would be premature to grant bail. And therefore, it seems that the learned special court has upheld these submissions of the NCB and seems to have rejected the bail.
Right. Mr. Nigam, time and again, we've also seen a precedence or a past reference of the case of Riya Chakrabarti that was raised time and again by the defense lawyers here in this case here. It is the validity of these charges that the NCB continues to raise against the current accused in this current case here, which is being questioned as well with respect to past references.
That's right. I mean, I'm sure lawyers for Aryan Khan must have pointed this out, and I think they did point this out, all the previous citations, precedents. But every case is dependent on its own facts, and every case can be distinguished from the previous or earlier cases. Now, in this case, NCB had argued that apart from these WhatsApp conversations, there is other tangible material with them. And it is not just one accused who has been arrested. There are many who have been arrested, and it seems to be a conspiracy between amongst all of them. And perhaps these reasons could have persuaded the court to, reject the bail application of all these people. Of course, we would be in a better position to, comment upon it only when we get a copy of it. So I would reserve my comments once I get to read the order.
Okay. Right, but Mr. Nikam, finally here, given the fact that the NCB, the Narcotics Bureau, has so heavily shown its dependence on what it thinks it has cracked right now, basis the allegations, what has been found in WhatsApp chats indicating a larger conspiracy to the extent of calling this part of an international drug syndicate here. We do understand WhatsApp chats are not exactly admissible in court. What would weigh more heavily here is as far as direct admissions from the accused are concerned. There have been no such admissions. This conspiracy argument has heavily depended on just WhatsApp chats.
Yes, WhatsApp chats are a very weak piece of evidence. And time and again, there have been judgments which say that there needs to be corroborative evidence in order to corroborate such WhatsApp chats. Prosecution cannot stand on WhatsApp chats alone. Of course, that is the law, and there have been judgments to that effect. But again, we do not know on what basis exactly the learned special court has refused the bail. It could be plenty of them. WhatsApp chat could be one of it. So we'll be in a position better to speak on it only when we receive the order.
All right, Mr. Nikam, appreciate you speaking with us. A lot of this is being discussed, of course, with respect to the reasons why this bail plea was rejected. At the end of the day, of course, the concerned defense counsel teams have also indicated, yes, they would be approaching High Court here and further scrutinizing the order on what basis the bail was rejected. That still needs to be received in copy, in text. With that, we're slipping into a very tiny breather here. Please stay on with us. We are back in just a bit with more news and updates.